Yeah, so the one early challenge was the restaurants actually believing that somebody would do this for them, right? Somebody would create something like this for them. So me and my wife, we had printed pamphlets that we'll take around and drop off at various restaurants, local restaurants, to say, hey, this is happening, why don't you come participate? And every opportunity we got a chance to meet restaurant owners, we'd say, hey, come join Takeout 25, and they'd say, so what's the catch? How much do I have to pay, or what does this mean? So there was this suspicion because people are sold to so often that they are suspicious of anybody saying that, okay, this is something that will help you, and we are really using the collective power of community to lift the entire economy. So you don't really have to pay for this marketing. It is something that is organic. So that getting that across to the small business owners who are so used to being sold to, that was an important point. And very quickly in the process, as the restaurant owners started seeing 20-30% increase in business during the pandemic as a direct result of Takeout 25, and people started going to restaurants and talking about Takeout 25, it changed over. But that was a challenge, and initially we didn't know that this is exactly going to play out the way it has. So in those early days, sitting and trying to figure out, hey, how do we get this message across to the restaurants? That was definitely a challenge. And some of the early restaurant owners who understood the concept really helped as well. So got some early champions within the community who could then make the case. And I'll never forget something which one of the owners told me. His name is Jimmy Chen. He runs a place called Poke Burrito. So he said, Ravi, what Takeout 25 does is something special and unique, because we have government stimulus, right? So we get money, but government stimulus is a one-time shot. We get it, we use it in our system, and that's it. But what Takeout 25 is doing for us is it is giving us a set of new customers. It is exposing people to us. It is exposing our menu to new people. So that lasts beyond the pandemic. So once we get those customers, that exposure, we can carry those customers, and that's revenue stream for us for the long term. So it survives. It helps us survive the pandemic, but more importantly, it allows us to thrive beyond the pandemic, because then it's up to us as to how we enable those relationships and carry those relationships forward in the long run. Most of the decisions we've taken as part of Takeout 25 have played out well. So, in fact, in our board discussions, we were doing a retrospective of 2021 or our history, and we couldn't think of a lot of decisions we would have done differently. But the question still remains as to what is the best way to scale this, have a bigger impact, and what is it that we should be thinking about now that will allow us to do that later. So it is more about the decisions that we are now making. It's not about the decisions that we've made in history and how it's evolved to this point. I'm happy with those decisions, and I feel like they've played out to our advantage. Now the question is the decisions that we are making now, or we've just made, and the implications of that for the future is where there's a lot of thought and discussion that is happening. And in fact, even in this conversation, one of the reasons why having a business school case study is I would love to engage the next generation to really take an idea like this and figure out what they may be able to think of as the future, right? So getting different perspectives on what that future might look like, and in that context figure out some of the decisions that we need to make now and moving forward. So I'm using as many avenues as possible to get as broad a set of perspectives to inform some of the decisions that we are making now.